Assalamu alaikum. In this video I'm going to complete the collaboration tab, this one. In our mini app we are complete L feature, but just this collaboration feature are left. Now here you can see a server data, but this is are generated from design, that is not come from the API. So in this video we are going to make this. However, let's start our journey, and I guess you guys watch this video till end. Okay, so let me go on the VS Code, our workstation. So first of all I need to create a database, right? So first of all I will create a folder that is something like I don't explain however collaboration identity. Okay, I don't need to create the interface, I just simply create a model. So collaboration identity dot model dot ts. That is a big name, I know. First of all let me create an interface. Export interface collaboration identity. Then what I need here, I need a logo. For this I need a title for this, and did I need anything more? That reward is calculated from backend, I don't need that. And I need a description, right? String, then icon, then description, string. Okay, it's good, I don't need any more data. Updated. Okay, I am done. I have created the interface. Then let me create the schema. New schema. Title. Then required, that's true. Then title is unique. Then icon type is string. Then that is required is true. That is not unique icon. Then description. Here I need one more thing, that is point is a number, and that is not needed, required. Then description type if string. I don't need anything more. Okay, now I need to create the model collaboration identity model, and there is new model. Then I need to type the name, model name is collaboration identity. Then the schema is this. Okay, now I need to export that collaboration identity. Well done. Now I need to create something like I need to make an API. So the admin can add new identity from here. Okay, so what I need to do, okay, first of all let me try to create that from here. So new identity dot ts, nothing more. Checking. Well done. So I have made some change. So what is that change? First of all, I create the model. Here I create the interface. Then I have created the schema. Then I have created the model, right? So that file is done. Then I have created a API. So that is the new identity, that API function name, and I take the data from body. Then I just want to create that from body. Then I return the data from here. Now, of course, that API is just accessible for admin. So for testing, anyone can access that API. So what I need to do, I have created a new routes identity dot routes. So I need to add that here main dot routes. Of course, you guys not get that routes folder. You guys need to create that by yourself. As I said, this entire project is have a bug. I tried to add some bug intentionally, so you guys can watch the playlist from start to end. So that should be a practice for you. And if you want a bug-free code, then you can contract with me. I just take $109 for the entire bug-free project. However, let's move on. So here, first of all, I create a routes, that is a route path name, that is let me just start with collaboration, and that is identity routes. Then I will go on the post map. Well, so for testing the API, I am come on post map, and here is the route, and I just passed that simple data. Now I sent the request. You can see it, information retrieve, and there have the ID, then category, and a lot of data. Now what I need to do, we are already create that collaboration. Now when I click start, I need that task. That means I need to create another database, and in this database I will attach this identity and create that task. Okay, for doing that I just simply need to create another database. Of course, I am still working on server side. After completing that entire API, I move on the client side, and all changes are come visible. So let's move on. So for now, this I just simply close all other file, so I can see the types or schema, because that is important for me. Okay, let me create the folder at first. So now this time I have made more changes. So first of all, in that should be identity routes previous time, but I have changed the name. There is now collaboration routes, and I changed the router name from identity to collaboration. Now in above there I have made another folder, that is collaboration tags, and here I create collaboration tags, then model.ts. so this folder. So as you can see, there is the interface, and the interface have a server property that is required. Mostly that 6 property is required, and I have tried to attach okay, I missed something here. Reference reference is collaboration identity model. This copy paste here. So I try to make another file for collaboration tags, and I have created a new file for new tags API, because when a warner or admin want to create a new collaboration tags, they must be need that. So now let's check that new tags, because I have created the API already. Now for checking that, I just need to change the identity to tags task. Now here I need something like, first thing is identity, then I just go here, identity, then title, then point. They already have title, so I need the point. So point is a number, 5500 point. Then here I need an icon, then I need a href. That is, for now, that should be ABC, this kind of something. Then requiring is a one time, well, now I just need to send the request from to server backend. So as you can see, that still me, they are not have any API on the tags. So I just need to check the routes. Yeah, there is tags and there is a post request. Okay, I just restart the server and in the main, okay, that identity routes is not found. That is now collaboration route, man. Yeah, now if I send the request one more time, now this time I am pretty sure that request should be sent on this new tags function. So I just send the request, and you can see here the tags is created. Now I want to get collaboration identity information. So for this I create a file that is get identity. So what that get identity do, I just want to fetch L identity for showing that on this collaboration file or collaboration page. So what I need here, I need icon, title, how much reward I will give them. I need that specific information, specific 3 information. So I just want to so here I don't need any body, and there is variable this time, that is a result, and I wait a bit, then that is not something like create, that is this time I can go with aggregate maybe. Yeah, so for go with aggregate, what I need to do, did I need to go through, okay, basically I don't need to show L identity, because I will show here L identity, but user L identity not have tags. So I need to show those identity, those have the tags, right? So for doing that, I just need to go on the collaboration tags model. So here I just call find for find L routes, then here I select some specific field, like, okay, let me open my MongoDB Atlas. Well, so I have made another change behind. So as you see, that is identity, get identity as API. So here I did a aggregation. So what I actually need in this collaboration page: a logo, a title, how much reward, and that object ID, right? So that aggregation will give me the exactly same thing. We are do a lookup on the collaboration tags and that calculate the sum of the point of this specific tags. So as when I send a dummy request on this API, you can see there have ID, title, icon, description, and most important point, how much point have on this specific identity kind of tags. So that is the collaboration tags, and if I refresh here, you can see there have 3 tags and each tags have 500 point. That means subtotal 1500 and 1500 point. However, we are done and we are completed get identity tags. So what I need next, when I user click here, okay, we will see that later. For now, I just go on the client side, that means a mini app, and here I need to create a authenticate API or similar something. So I just copy and paste here this, then I change the file name, and the file name is collaboration API. Yeah, collaboration API, and then I just replace each and everything. Now I will cut that L thing from start to end, and then here I change the name, that is something like get identity, and I just do a mutation. There is not mutation, actually it is a query, right? There is a query. Use get identity this, and the name is something like collaboration, and that is identity, get identity, that is that not contain any argument. There is a get request, and I don't need any argument right here. I just use that, and I go on page, and there have the collaboration. Now here I did something like a constant, and that's it. I don't need to pass any argument. The argument is already undefined, because you know when we must be need to pass something, so I just pass undefined. Here I get a data. The data is identity data, then that is fetching or is loading, should be good, is loading, that is identity loading. And here I don't need to do any console log. I just refresh that page and open the diff tool, you know, that is refreshing. So let me wait a bit. Okay, due to my internet bad connection, that's taking time, so I just cut this everything, and I will go on login API. You know, there have a login API. I just go here and make that condition false, and I will go on the browser for do that more better. I refresh that white app, and I will go here and the Spanish, and I open that as mobile tab, and I don't know what's wrong with this. I just refresh that, and you can see bad request. I guess they have an issue with this. Yeah, they have an issue. Authenticate However, I just cut this npm run dev. I just restarted the server. Okay, now this time I am on the mini app, and you can see there have the collaboration, and here I am getting identity response. So I need to show that data to this page. So for this I need a type. So for getting the type, I just go on the JSON to TypeScript that created by Vercel, so I just copy this and go on the mini app, and here I need to pass the here I need to type the paste the identity interface, and that name is identity. Okay, here I need to do a map. Map is identity data dot map. Then there have something like identity, and the type is identity. Then there have a index is a number, and nothing more. Here I just need to pass this, and well, they have something here I need some data, like an example, the identity. The type is also identity, but I don't need that. Okay, I need only a simple single thing, that is identity, and the type is identity. Well, now here I just pass that identity as identity, and they have a key as index. Great. Now what I need to do, I don't need to do anything more. Now they have a key, you can see here, sorry, they have a title, and I just need to replace that identity title as title, okay, as name. Okay, they have the reward point, so I just need to type here identity dot point, and nothing more. I also need to paste here the logo identity. Then they have a icon, I guess, yeah, icon. Now if I check here, you can see icon is broken, title and another thing. So I just go on the Google, and here I type, okay, let me take a logo. Okay, here you can see I have changed the logo and title from MongoDB Atlas. So what I need to do, they have a size, I need to reduce that size to 10, otherwise that not looking suitable. And there have the title, reward, and when I click start, you can see that is the tags. So when I click start, I need to load the tags here. Well, as you know, there have something like a loading, because when I want to refresh that page, of course of that I to retrieve the data from the server through the identity API. So in case there have a loading, or there need a bit of time for loading or get the data from the server, so in case I need to show a loading or a skeleton, this kind of something. So of course of there have a collaboration item, so I need to make one more thing as something like collaboration loading item, similar something. So that come from page UI. Okay, where is that component? Then inside the component there have the UI, there have the page, there have the collaboration, and there have the collaboration item. I just need to copy that and duplicate it, and there have the collaboration item. That is the loading, super duper loading. Cut this. Okay, so I change that. I don't need user state because I will not show any model, and that button is also not something like clickable, and I don't need any argument. Okay, then I don't need any of that import. Then I change that. So I need to show a skeleton here, that size is 10, bg is white, opacity is 10, there is a skeleton, and rounded is full. And I just cut this, and here I need a div that size is 36, height is 5, bg is white 10, then skeleton, then rounded sm, and I duplicate it. And I need to use that. Where I need to use that, I just need come here, and here I need to make a condition that is identity loading, and that identity loading is something like this. So here I need to show something like collaboration item loading. Okay, so I just need to make that condition false, because once data is get, then that will be not send request on the server. Okay, I just need to reduce that width is 28, then that is something like 16. Okay, and then height is 3, then empty is true. Looking better. Then I just need to change the button, then the width is 12, height is 6, bg is white, opacity is 10, skeleton. Better, far better. So now if I don't rounded this, then what happened? Nothing exactly happening here. So that's not looking exactly, not looking something like rounded. So I am trying to do something like this, exactly rounded. That is flex item center. So I just need to make it justify between, nothing more. Okay, when I make justify between, nothing big happen here. So what I need to do, did I really need to make that properly from sketch again? So that is the logo, and that is something like, well, I understand. This time I am understand. So why that is flex? That's not needed something like flex. Well, for this I need to make that flex, but if I cut this, then nothing big here happening. Well, for this I need to make that flex item center, and then gap is 3. Then here I need to make a div, then wrap that above 2 div. Now this time is look something like rounded, fully rounded, and here I need to make that skeleton, and rounded is SM. Now you can see it's look far better. So I just go on the collaboration file, and here I need to make some more duplicate like 4. So now if I cut that falsy condition, and you can see if when I reload that page, that is reloading, and for a bit you can see they have a skeleton, right? And that is the data. Now when I click start, here I need the tags. So how can I do that? Basically for doing that I need that identity ID. So here I don't need to do any, here I of course need to do something like here, and I don't need anything like collaboration item data, so I can close it. I don't need login, I don't need collaboration item. I guess I need that, but later. So I just go on the base API, and here I need to set a tag type. The tag is something like collaboration. Cut that, and here I need to add a provide tag, and that is something like collaboration. I guess you guys know what that provider does. What is that provider tags? I guess you guys know that. So what I just need to go on the collaboration identity, not the identity. I just need to go on the collaboration tags, because I need to retrieve the tags, right? So I just make a API that is get tags. So I don't need to write that from sketch, because I have already identity tags. I can copy that and paste here. Cut this, cut get identity, and just simply go on the get identity, and here I just change that file name at first, and that is not get identity, that is get tags, tags, get tags, and that API name is also get tags, get tags. I don't need that result. I can cut this, and here that is something like collaboration task model, then find, then session. So here as query I need to pass a ID. Did I need to pass that as query or something else? Yeah, I can pass that as query. So here I need to show the incomplete tags, right? Yeah, here I need to show the incomplete tags. Now for testing I can show L tags, no problem. So I just copy that and make that get tags as API. There is the collaboration routes, and here I can make something like get. Okay, I can change that to collaboration route. Get tags that's come from collaboration tags, and there is something like tags. Now I just go on the collaboration API, and here I can get adds another API, that is get tags, and that path name is tags, and provider tag is collaboration. Now what I need to do, I will get the tags from here. Now where is the item? That is the item. Now when user click on the collaboration model, I need to pass a ID, right? So when what I need to do, I just need to go on the collaboration model. Here I am taking argument like a boolean and that close event or something similar. So what I need to do, here I need a string, and or undefined. So here now I pass a generic, that is should be a string or undefined. Now open is something like the data, and close is something like the undefined. So here when user click on the close, here I need to pass the identity, then underscore ID. Then when user of course that error come because of type, because now type is poorly changed. Open is now string, and that is not boolean, that is now string or either undefined. So open, when the dialog is open, when open is have any value, this time that is true, and when open not have any value, this time that is false. Now what on click do, when user click outside of the model, then the close is undefined. That means close the tags, because as you see, if the open contain any value, this time that model will be show only. Now prevent a click event from bubbling up. I don't need that. So there have something like model collaborator. So here I need to make a API call in this model. So what that API call, I just need to go on the collaboration, and here I just pass the get tags, that is a lazy query. Is that lazy query? Probably no. That should be a normal query, no problem. Okay, now here I need to pass that that is the open, there have the underscore, that is the open, nothing more, and there have the data is something like tags, and there have is fetching, that is tags loading, right? Tags loading. Now I can go on the mini app, and when I click start, immediately that making a call on the identity. Okay, you can see the route is identity. So is that identity use get tags, that should be send the request on the collaboration. So get tags, I'm confused. I'm send that request here, buddy. Use get tags, that is get tags. So I send that request here. Okay, I am not made any change on that get tags, that's why that give me that thing. So they have collaboration tags model that try to find L data. Okay, I don't care. So I just try to get the result. I guess still they have a mistake. So for this I just close both terminal, and I will start from the beginning one more time because they have something issue. npm run dev, and there. So now you can see here when user click on the tags, like if I click outside then close L, when I click here that not making any request, strange. So when I click start, you can see immediately that making a request, and if I cut this and one more time if I try to send the request, that not making any more request. That's good. That's not overwrite the data. That's good. So I just need to make another type because you know they have the identity this time, but we have already tags type, right? So we can extend that type. So I can just simply make an interface here, interface that is tags that extend t tags tags. Buddy, I forget that name, types name. So I just go on the types, they have something like types and they have tags types, so that is tags. So I just simply need to make the change, tags identity tags, nothing more. And here I can change that to tags. Now what I need to do, that tags are already have each and everything, but okay, I don't need to extend that. I can simply copy this and I can generate a type here. The issue is here, copy paste, and I can simply use it. I don't need the tags, and I will change the name is tags. Well, so I close all of this, then I can do a map here. The map is something like tags, then data, then map, and there have something like tags, and the tags is type is tags, yeah, tags. Then I is equal in number, that is a number. Then there have media collaborator, and I can pass some argument like key is I. Then there have media collaborator, so I can go here and here I can pass some data like tags, and the tags type I don't know, so I need to export that tags type, right? So what I can make that name is identity tags, and that should be export. Copy this and I can paste here and I can export here. Now here what I need to do, I can change the name to tags. Then here have the title and anything more. Like when I click here, you can see that is empty, but why? Okay, makes sense. Put this, and I can do something like tags, then they have the title, and that's not visible here. Okay, so what I can do, I can make a console log, right, for watch the data tags. Oh, that for sure, because I am not sending any data here, so that's why that's not show the title here. So you can see this time that they have a title, and that is on center, right? So I just need to make a change that justify between, and here I need to make a flex item center gap 3, and here I can make the changes, and they have the title, and I can change that to the point, and that's not here. Of course I need to wrap that with another div, and yeah, just look better. Now this time the size is more small, and there's something like rats, and that is a reward, of course, reward. Okay, that is capitalized, not capitalized, that is uppercase, totally uppercase. And is there have any env? Yeah, in the env there have the token symbol, so I can change that to that symbol, media collector, and here from import, then meta, then environment, then here I can paste it. You can see the simplest change. Now what I need to do, that size is not too much different, so there is excel, and here I don't need to write the rewards, and I need to change the text color also, that is text white, and opacity is 16. Let's look better. So the title, that's line clamp is true, that is 1, and that is also 1. Now I can change when user click on the start, she can do the tags, and now I need to make a API like for now the L tags is retrieve here. L tags means L tags. What kind of tags have on the server, each and every tags. So what I need to do here, I need to pass an argument like the identity ID, then I need to fetch the data according to the identity ID. So for this I will take an argument here, and here I will pass a param, and that param take something like identity, and the identity data is argument. So identity, and here I take a param that is something like constant identity, and that's reg, then query, then the identity. Now here what I need to do, here I need to make a filter is identity, and the identity is identity. Now I need to pass that identity, right? So for passing the identity I just need to go on the media collector model, I don't know, so I need to go here and collaboration model, and yeah, this time that passing argument, and I guess I can get the data according to the argument. So I will fetch the data, click start, and you can see there have a data that name is identity, that is a query that is name is identity, and that pass the identity, and that retrieve the data according to the identity. So I need to check is the user complete the complete the tags before. So for this we have already something like checking, but checking is capable for check L kind of thing, like when user complete the tags, I need to pass the user ID here, the tax ID here, and some more specific information, right? So what I need to do, I need to check out that is that user complete that task before, like that is similar like what is the meaning? That is similar like here homepage, when I complete a task, that task is not visible here. So I need to make that same thing here. So for this I will just I am not overwrite that code. I just simply go on the tags and I checking the API from here. So there have something like get L tags for user. So they have a filter or this kind of something. So I just take that. So that taking user information, then okay. So what I can do, I can copy the exactly same code and I can paste here, then I will refactor the code, nothing more. So there have a user payload, okay, that type is user, so I can attach that on the top of the API. Then there have a tax model, right? They have a tax model, but in our case that is not tax model, that is collaboration tax. That is the collaboration tax. This is a collaboration tax, and that will be filtered according to the identity. So I can paste here this, and that sort according updated add, no problem. Then there have the checking model, so I will retrieve L checking, then that will be do a filter, okay, that good. So I don't need that result. Now this time I pass the filter as return, so I can pass the filter as return. So you can see that is restarting the server, and for because we are not at something like user can complete a task for collaboration. So I just simply copy that ID and I go on the checking, and here what I do, here I change that tax ID to this. So now I just go here and refresh that page, and that send our data to send the request to a server. When I click here, and you can see they have the identity, and this time the format is little bit changed, but we are getting the exactly same kind of data, like I have made us change manually. So like an example, there is the tax, and the tax ID is 40, and that is the tax, that ID is 40, but the tax is visible and the title is this 40. Wow, frustrating. So what I can do, I just need to check that manually what happening here. So I am getting L completed task that I have completed, then that do a filter. Then filter is something like first filter the tax L tax according that come according the identity, then that's take something like an item, and here that do a sum like is complete. So then they have a condition, so I just need to check out that condition, what have on this A, console log A. First of all I will check out that, then what have on that item ID. Okay, I just simply refresh that page and click start, and you can see there is something like this, joining bonus, extra, this kind of something. That's come from checking model, right? Okay, that's happening because of the user ID. I made the change, but I can, that's not under that user ID, payload user ID. So I can change that, update it. So now this time I can expect I will get 2 data. So I just refresh that page, and that is the tax, and if I click start, this time I get again 3 data. But why, buddy? So There is 4a and 8, 4a 8, 4a 8. A, then they have the tax ID, they have the tax ID, and that is the item ID. So that is the completed tax, and that is L tax. So now I try to match that manually. So that is give me the data according. Okay, so here you can see they have the is complete, and that is for the first that is false, and the second that is true. That means that tax I have already did. So that API is perfect, but by mistake I am not check out that. So now I don't need that like this. I can go with destructuring the item. So that is restarting, and I guess I will get some error as my previous experience. Okay, that is restarting. Yeah, there's a tax. When I click here, you can see that it's pending, and that give me something like the data that the data is not on good structure. So what I want to see, I don't want that filter, I want that item. I can get that item as console log and dot item, and that is a filter, that is a object. Nothing more, no. That is a test or practice. So now I have made some major changes, like when I click start, you can see there have a loading, and after when the data come, there have the visible data. So now in our next video, what we do, we are make some major change on our admin panel, because we need to add the collaboration identity, we need to add the collaboration tax. That is a major part, you know, and of course we need to complete that tax. L thing is now important, and that is a crucial part for a mini app. So in our next video, we are going to do that L thing, because you know that video is over 50 minutes, so I cannot make that more longer video. If I want I can, but you guys, of course, if you guys not enjoy that. So till then, take care, bye bye.